products, opportunities and services to millions of customers in India, covering more than 18.5 million square feet of retail space, serving over 330 million consumers annually in more than 240 cities across the country. 25 years ago, Future Group began a journey of transforming the Indian retail space. And today, its deep footprints across India are proof of the company's great success.
When Future Group started as a garment manufacturer, building a trouser brand, opening up a franchise stores, then getting into building a large family store, then moving into Big Bazaar, and then building our own brands, launching various formats. So it's been a journey of doing multiple businesses, retaining some, exiting some, and a journey from a garment manufacturer to now a consumer goods player, building our own brands on fashion, building our own brands on food, building our own brands on home, and having multiple distribution format to sell our brand as well as other brands.
So what does it take to be one of the best workplaces? How do you attract, retain, motivate and engage employees? This week on Skill Tree Workplace Excellence, we explored the best workplace practices of India's retail giant Future Group.
I believe better human beings deliver better results. And we always believe that it's a bunch of ordinary people who come together to deliver extraordinary things. It's the teamwork, it's leadership, it's opening up of the mind. We also have a unique philosophy of having a model called LSD, which is every human being should get his L, which is Lakshmi, we should get Saraswati, which is intellectual growth, Durga, which is identity, and how do you manage the human being's ego. And if this is balanced in an equal weightage, I think human beings perform much better.
Future Group was founded on a simple idea: rewrite rules, retain values. Today, its core values continue to guide how it does business and improve the quality of life of the people it serves.
We have to rewrite rules because we believe that customers are not a snapshot, but they're a moving picture. They change as we speak. They live differently. The lived reality of people is what we try and capture. And therefore, our values become very central to understanding customers' change and creating business strategies, keeping the values intact.
Without a doubt, employees are the most valuable assets of a company. With an empowering entrepreneurial work culture, Future Group is committed to the growth and development of each and every one of its employees. The company offers a plethora of opportunities to its employees through the diversity of its business.
We hire people for the culture actually, and culture fits. And if at all the person is culture fit, that's the first tick for us. The person has to be more creative, consumer centric, solutions oriented. And these are a few things that we look at it. Entrepreneur, because this organization works at a tremendous speed. He has to be okay with speed. He has to be innovative. The person has to come up with solutions for any issue, because retail as an industry is a fast moving industry. The individual has to move at that pace, and that's the kind of qualities that we look at. So we don't have any specific offering to an individual to come on board. What we offer is a great culture, a great opportunity, a career.
An ideal workplace is a huge advantage, and Future Group aspires to offer exciting new possibilities to its employees. Karna's experience of working at the Future Group has been nothing short of remarkable. She has been employed with the HR team for 4 years, assumed 3 different roles, and as a married woman, has had the opportunity to strike a good work-life balance.
I think work-life balance is very important. We have flexi hours, so we can come between 8:30 to 10:30 anytime, clocking for minimum 8 hours, and then we can push off. One thing I love about Future Group is I can pursue my hobby here. So I love dancing, and we have opportunity to learn. We have hobby classes here. We have dance class, we have music class, we have theatre. So post working hours, we get this opportunity to pursue our hobbies.
The Future Group is at the very forefront for young individuals who wish to take their first steps into the world of Indian retail. An induction program is initiated to welcome new employees to the company and prepare them for their new roles. Termed as FBI or Future Business Innovator, the Future Group runs a flagship entry-level talent acquisition program for management trainees. Through this program, trainees experience a cross-functional exposure on different projects before being absorbed in specific departments.
Future Business Innovator program was, we were about a couple of years back when we were discussing with Mr. Biani. Mr. Biani said that what has got us here may not get us to the next level. For that, we needed some young blood to be inducted in the system. Young, fresh bloods and fresh thought and fresh ideas were required. We went to design campuses like NIFT and NID, Tier 1 institutes like all the IIMs, XLRs, ISBs. We ran a program with a clear focus on entrepreneurship. So Banjao Biani was a great hit at the campus. We also went to them to the campuses talking about our Chairman's Club. We also went to campuses in a very different way. Like every other organization went to campuses with presentations. We went to them with a storytelling idea. People saw the difference. They connected with the culture.
Jasmine and Akshay, two recent graduates from a premier business school, have been recruited by the Future Group. The FBI traineeship gives them a wonderful opportunity to be mentored by the senior leadership team. With a strong emphasis on professional development and formal training on individual checkpoints, the program gives them a practical insight into corporate strategy.
The perception of induction has completely changed. Because when we started off, there was so much of drama and so much of theatre. It's not a traditional organization with PPTs and documents and Word and things like that. They are so creative that they automatically get the creative aspect of you from day one. So on the first day and the 12th day today, I absolutely do not have any Monday blues. So we've had different kinds of workshops where they've told us about the organization in a very creative manner. They've taken us around in a very creative manner once again. They've been engaging us from day one. So we're not just sitting there and listening to induction speeches. No, not at all. We've been interactive and we're having a very good time.
We've had an opportunity to interact with senior leaders across each of those departments, and it's quite fascinating to see the number of pies that they had their fingers in, and we were really surprised that, oh my god, this also comes under the group. So just being a part of the scale of the entire operation is something that's very awe-inspiring, and they've really worked very hard to make sure that we hit the ground running and really get involved in each of these things on our own. And of course the growth for us is planned in that order, because they really want to make sure that we are able to transcend the levels of leadership and contribute at the highest level possible.
When we were getting an induction done, each CEO was coming up to us and telling about formats, because this is a very, very big company which has n number of formats. So we were getting to know about different formats from the horse's mouth, basically.
If the induction program provides on-the-job training to new joinees, Future Group nurtures its existing employees' entrepreneurial spirit through its unique Banjao Biani program. The program gives employees the opportunity to build specific business units. This encourages them to lead the unit with new ideas, eventually turning them into brand entrepreneurs.
We ran a program called Banjao Biani in the organization and looked at how the younger generation who has the talent and grow up to be an entrepreneur and be a brand entrepreneur here. So we took them to a boot camp program of 5 days. We trained them up, we screened them. They went through a selection committee, and now they have become. There are already 11 people who are already become brand entrepreneurs through this program. There's a next round going on currently. So ultimately, we want to select 40 to 50 people in this program who will be virtually running one brand by themselves.
35-year-old Sekat Sarkar was one of the shortlisted candidates for the Banjao Biani program. He went on a 5-day boot camp to learn the basics of entrepreneurship and now heads the Farm Fresh business unit. Armed with his new role, this platform has fulfilled his dream of becoming big.
I think it has been an excellent journey, because the program was named Banjao Biani, so it was pretty exciting for all of us to be a part of it and then move ahead. We had to be in a boot camp where for 3 to 4 days we had long sessions, and then the journey had started, and it started with categories like, as I told you, it's Farm Fresh, which is the fresh fruits and vegetables, and bakery. and it was tough initially, but when we actually came in and started our work, it was very, very good. It's an excellent journey actually.
Brand COEs like Sekat are given charge of their respective businesses through a Karta ceremony. Karta is the Sanskrit word for manager. Karta is the head of the family and enjoys absolute power in managing the family's affairs and properties.
The title itself, like Banjao Biyani, of the competition itself was so attracting, and I guess it created quite a big word inside the organization.
It's not a job, first of all. It's a business, and entrepreneur is somebody who actually thinks about future, who creates the future.
This entire concept is very new, and ever since it was announced, I always want to be part of that.
It's going to be a great learning for me.
And I hope I come by flying colors, by fulfilling that.
Pioneers in the Indian retail space, Future Group attracts millions of customers every day. As a retail employee, one needs to understand the soul of Indian consumers. 36-year-old Gurjeet Sethi works as a store karta for E-Zone Mumbai and keeps that sense of responsibility in mind while attending to the hundreds of customers visiting the store. Armed with the exceptional service knowledge that the company gives its workers, he is one of the hundreds of employees who is able to handle his clients effectively and efficiently, ensuring complete customer satisfaction at his store.
See, basically interacting with customers, only this is a platform where you get to interact with many customers. On other fields, if I go, there is not much of interaction. It's mostly on the phone itself or on the call itself. But here you get the rightful experience interacting with various type of customers, various needs, various requirements, and it's a total fun, frolic job. I've been there in the industry from last 8 years, and I've been feeling very excited day on day, and the experience gets better and better.
Having fun at work can also contribute to employee wellness. A casual, stress-free time at work can make employees more productive in general. Keeping this in mind, tons of highly effective, fun team-building activities are organized by Future Group to keep its employees productive, engaged, and build camaraderie amongst its greatest assets, its employees.
So there are a lot of things happening. There are mini sliders with an avocado cream cheese dip. There is a paneer steak happening. There are quinoa cakes, and there's a wonton surprise for the dessert.
We are making some cribole, and will not declare what it means till it is eaten.
With innovative activities like Tattva program, Mr. and Mrs. FBB, and cricket tournaments, the organization ensures employees have fun wholeheartedly. Apart from breaking the ice, the activities enhance employee satisfaction and encourage creativity and innovative thinking for bettering the workplace and driving bigger profits.
We have offerings like we run a program called Tattvas, which is like we had in school. We have divided the organization into 5 different tattvas, which are 5 houses. People compete. We have cultural and sports activities which go around that. We have real-time assessment on people on something like speed and imagination. So speed of thinking, speed of coming back, speed of taking a decision. The consumer centricity, as I said, is very critical. So we evaluate people on how quickly a person comes out with solutions.
Okay, kids, dekho.
Future Group's vision is to bring back the glory of India as the golden bird. This is encapsulated in its famous campaign Sone Ki Chidiya, which means the golden bird. And this can be done by increasing consumption. The campaign is in sync with Future Group establishing itself as a diversified business group in the consumption space in India.
India, not long time back ago, I think 200 years or 250 years ago, India was nearly 25% of world's trade, and we used to be called the golden bird. And people looked upon us with awe and the kind of trade we used to do. I think India has the potential to be called the Sone Ki Chidiya again. We are a very small percentage of the world's GDP now. Consumption is another big strength which you can build. Consumption can lead to manufacturing, consumption can lead to services. How can Future Group in some way contribute to India's development through consumption, which can get us back the title of Sone Ki Chidiya, is the kind of a promised land which we have created for ourselves.
फ्यूचर ग्रुप में हमारा मानना है कि भारत की सोने की चिड़िया को फिर से पंख मिल गए हैं। अब बस उड़ान भरनी है, आज अभी।
One of the most effective ways of increasing employee engagement is through the company's corporate social responsibility initiatives. Working for companies with a strong CSR and partaking in such programs creates a sense of purpose and meaning for the employees. Educating the girl child and economically disadvantaged is one of the key focus areas for Future Group's CSR initiatives, with over 70% of its employees actively volunteering to be a part of the company's various CSR initiatives.
And we are here right now at an orphanage called Angel Nest. They have about 30 children who are all women and all girl child, and I'm proud to say that these children are very well looked after. What we are doing with them is ensuring that someone from our organization comes and spends time with them on a weekly basis, teaching them life skills such as simple as how to ensure when they're traveling in train, what are the things that they need to take care of. When they are in school, how to cope up with peer pressure, how to have an open mind, what subjects to select if they have completed their schooling. But at the same time, some of us would also want to invest time in teaching them some sort of art or culinary skills and ensure that there is a continuity of our presence in their life that will give them a stronger support, that will help them be more connected to a social environment.
As engaged employees are essential for retention, good consumer relationship is equally important. With an aim to re-strategize modern retail in India, Future Group has launched a new format of Big Bazaar stores under the code GenNext. Targeted at the upwardly mobile young Indian consumers, these large format stores offer premium merchandise across categories ranging from food to fashion. With live counters or non-vegetarian items and bakery products, Big Bazaar GenNext stores give consumers a world-class shopping experience all under one roof.
It is far better than the other big bazaars that had opened earlier, and the experience has also generally been good. And for me, the additional thing is it's not so crowded as the other big bazaars are, and there are so many other things available here. So we enjoy coming here to do our weekly greens and groceries and stuff.
Certainly this big bazaar is very different from whatever we've seen over the years. They've got like live sections for like where you can eat food like instantly. They've got like literally everything that you need. Like it's a one-stop shop.
As modern retail drives new demand, Future Group's retail strategy is aimed at achieving inclusive, sustained and profitable growth with three levers: customer orientation, continuous innovation and employee satisfaction. They rethink strategies and realign businesses to provide both consumers and employees refreshingly different experiences.
Future Group would be one of the most innovative and the leading company when it comes to leveraging technology in the people office space. And I'm very careful using the word people office because we don't believe in HR. Okay, so interestingly, when we say HR and when we say digital, one of the very interesting dimensions that we are working upon is how can I free people office, that's the classical traditional HR, from all the transactional activities that they're doing and focus more on the Vision 2021, which is far more ambitious.
It's the culture of the organization, it's the values in which we work, it's the sense of collective decision making which we do, it's a sense of collective ownership also which we have created now. And there's a lot of Indianness to our thinking and our programs, and we believe in Future Group. Once somebody works at Future Group, it's very difficult for him to adjust elsewhere because we are quite different in the way we approach to work, life and family. For us, I think happiness is very, very important to the person working with us. For us, whether he has become a good human being is also very, very important.
Having an excellent work culture is no longer just an option. Today's employees consider it as important as salary and benefits. With an entrepreneurial drive, team building spirit and exceptional CSR activities, Future Group stands out to create a remarkable employee-friendly workplace, thereby ensuring the company keeps achieving greater success for years to come.